Venezuela, Venezuela. Yes, also USA. Yes, Russia and China. Pray for Jamaica. Pray for the Prime Minister. I'm going to say it one more time. Pray for the Prime Minister. Say flashpoint. Jamaica sentenced to hard labor.
Wow.
Do your research on what hard labor really looks like. Pray for the Prime Minister. I can't say much more. I'm on air. So I leave it at that. Pray for the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
This is what happened when we...
Pause. Next message.
Another warning for Jamaica. I see the Minister of Culture and whatever else she carries under her portfolio talking about the nation will be observing 2 days of prayer. I wonder which God you think you are praying to, and the people, those ministers, you have clergymen and women you have assembled around you. You think God can be mocked, woman? You think God can be mocked? Let me tell you, the Lord has required 3 consecutive days of national mourning, fasting, prayer, and repentance, and one way or another, said the Lord, it must be observed where this nation is locked down for 3 consecutive days. So you can fool yourself in thinking that you have some little prayer here and there. The Lord says, I will not receive it because I, the Lord, have given clear instructions, and Jamaica had better heed the call, or a worse disaster is about to come upon this nation. And many of you, minister and others who are alive, will not live through it.
They're not here. Antonio, walk on.
Talking about the nation is going to observe 2 days of prayer. The devil is a liar. Yes, yes, the devil is a liar. So there is a big one which is up ahead, because this nation is behaving as if, yes, nobody like them run things. We have leaders in this place who are thinking that them run things. Well, it does not matter how much money comes from within and without. What the destruction which is about to happen if we don't repent, there is no amount of money that will be enough to build back this nation, because there are buildings that the Lord is going to flatten. You think of those high-rise buildings, for example, in New Kingston, buildings on the waterfront, bridges and so on. The Lord will flatten them. Hallelujah. He will also visit Jamaica House and he will flatten it. I'm not asking you. God is saying Jamaica must bow.
Jamaica, God is good.
Who that? Andre? I'm still going with Andre. So I'm not even the plan for this. Big up Andre.
And him is the greatest. But just come from Sonra Distributors Limited, them there on 11 Burlington Avenue. The same one as Stone Love and Alpha Tree Primary Depot. Me get salt, me get toilet paper, me get paper towel, me get kerosene oil. Hold on, let me show you. Kerosene oil. Kerosene oil. Me get mop, me get broom. Enough something Jamaica. $350,000 worth of things. Me not pay for nothing this morning. I must God do that for we. People of Western Jamaica, we have come, we have a help, you know. We soon get more things for you know. You see, we start the mission, we are going a week 2. Because last week Saturday we start. We are going a week 2. We do over 1,400 packages last week. We're going to double that this week in Jesus' name. Me and Claudette, the Panda Mission here, we're tired. We want to big up everybody we are help with. We spread the message of love. Spread the message. We get out the word to the people in Western Jamaica need help. So we can big up Sonra Distributors and Miss Reynolds. May your store basket never run dry, Miss Reynolds. And thank you for everything that you have done. We at Partner Draw TV and the people of Western Jamaica appreciate you.
Wow, sure now.
The rain is
$350,000 worth of goods. $350,000 worth of goods. Hey, I want thing I know. I government of Jamaica alone late to the party. Right now. When we say come like the whole world understand the urgency. The only thing when people them need to do, our pastor and the prophet them tell them to do. That are the final piece. You see if they just do that and then work together like how them work together. May I tell you, Jamaica in a tip-top shape in no time. Yeah man, God bless Andre man. God bless Andre. Feel me I did it, big up Partner Draw TV. The whole team. Selvona, what's up? Rose, how you doing? People, bless up the like button for me now. Yeah, bless up the like button. Hey, mummy, hold this, because this is something I record and all my voice tonight. My God. Me don't stop you a while ago, but even remember say I did it. I don't even remember say I did it, but see the United Cajun Navy official, yeah? See them now? Then they're on Instagram to watch out.
Yes, sir. How are you? Tell us what you got going on here, bud. Man, we got water purification going. We're doing about 4,000 gallons a day now, and it's working really smooth. Appreciate the help with the generator, but you don't even understand how much we appreciate it, because we were dead without it. Hey, it's all about teamwork and collaboration here. Again, United Cajun Navy, Mission Mules. We're dropping off MREs and generators. They're making water. We're here in Treasure Bay, Jamaica, doing what we do. We do work. We don't punch out. Hey guys, this is Josh with United Cajun Navy.
Listen. You ask me wrong thing, I don't know nothing about that. I must want to carry a pass in music. Listen, what you say? Yeah, the United Cajun Navy. I mean, the man them is going above and beyond. I have to big them up. And there's others that I don't know. I just want to say thank you so much for all of the aid that is coming into Jamaica. Now, if Jamaica was isolated and we was to wait on the government to issue what people have sent them, I believe the Jamaican people would have died for hunger already. And I'm not exaggerating. If it wasn't for the artists, if it wasn't for foreign entities, this group was in Jamaica before the storm hit. Alright? That's just wow. I did a video and put it out. You guys should watch it in full. Alright? Now we have to put some highlight on Hanover. Hanover is going through a lot, ladies and gentlemen. This is Miss Perkish. I'm going to play a couple videos from her, okay? I'm going to play it so you guys can understand. Hanover needs some highlight. Hanover needs some highlight. Let me see.
Eastern Hanoverians, in this darkest hour, as Hurricane Melissa barrels towards our shores,
okay,
I stand before you.
I know this our reach. We passed that. Yes, our reach. You pass some my devastation. Take off the music. See me can boost up this. See the roof gone, everything tear down. Moment in I bush I work. Zane, Hanover get demolished to people. Hanover need we help. Hanover need we help. Please, me I beg you now. Share the live. Hanover need our, look at that. That's a road. That's blocked off by a landslide. Look at that. Look at that. Hanover needs our help, people. I'm sure the people them down there help themselves, but Hanover needs our help here. No joke about it. Alright? Some scenes here. She active, you know. She's on the ground, boots on, working. Big up Miss Perkis. Businesswoman, she not play. And we see what she said in Parliament. I don't think I need to play that again, but I just might. Hold on. We will rise again, that is it. But the only way we're gonna rise are with God, you know. I can't tell you that. Do not omit the Most High from this effort, or we will not rise. Period. Listen to this now.
Okay, the biggest water that I saw was 1979, where the water comes through our yard, meet up here. We were told to relocate, still don't get anywhere. It came back 2010. Just like what you see, we want to reach here and we to relocate and we still don't get. So we need somewhere to relocate to. Nothing had been done. And then there's another 15 years passed. And we're still at the same stage, and even worse. I've never seen a category road. We are black there, black around there. So we urgently need some assistance somewhere to relocate to. Okay.
We're now in Forest. It's another community that has been affected by the water rising. Now, if you look behind me, this is the road that is leading to another community. I am particularly concerned for the residents all around the area because weather pattern has changed and the water is now taking on a different direction. So where the water usually stops, I am afraid that it could go beyond those points. So I am appealing again to government to come in good numbers, have conversation with the residents, because it is important that we have a plan should the water get to different areas within the communities.
Wow. So I don't think a lot of people have seen these, and I'm glad I had an opportunity to share it with you. This is Hanover, Eastern Hanover. It's not just Westmoreland, it's not just St. James, it's not just St. Elizabeth. Hanover is a very serious situation, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, big up Miss Andrea Perkis, man. You see, she rolled all the soldier them. She working, bro. She working. You understand?
I am here today in Chigwell, and it is just sadness all around. We need as much help as is possible, but also a plan for the residents should this water rise further. The danger is that the water is on both sides. There's no access to Hopewell from here, which is a main town. There is no access to Old Pen. Forest has been blocked out as well. We have areas going into Axonage to Mount Peter side cannot be accessed from here. The residents need help. We're in today with Jamaica Defense Force to see where a helicopter can land to bring in supplies for the residents. I am making an appeal to government. Have a plan for the people of Chigwell Forest area should we need to house them in different locations as the water is on both sides. I am here today in Chigwell, and it is...
So, this is one of the areas that you talk about in the parliament. And you can see the evidence. So, it's not her just talking, yeah?
I am here in Leafy, another stop with personnel from JDF. And I'm telling you, I don't have enough words to describe what I am looking at. Behind me is the livelihood of most of the men that live within the space of Leafy House. It's all damaged. I got information that the water rose above the level of the bridge. There's a lady that is here as well. She lost her home. The entire building is gone. We're looking at the tiles. I am looking across at the river and I'm seeing rafts just damaged. We need a lot of help in Lethe. The people of Lethe need some attention. Trucks can't come in, and so food must be airlifted to this space, to the Lethe Cops area, as a part of the road, like I mentioned earlier, has been damaged, and no heavy unit can drive over that section.
Wow.
I am asking again for government to pay some attention to Hanover, to Eastern Hanover. The people are suffering, people are hungry. It's difficult for the people in these areas, in these communities, to get to the main areas where they get their groceries. So once again, I'm asking for as much help that we can get as is possible.
So, as you can see, guys, we lost everything. This was a beautiful building that everybody visit, you know, tourists visit, the neighborhood, we supply for the neighborhood. It's a nice restaurant, and it just went in the blink of an eye. I can't believe it. We just built a year and a half ago, and it's completely gone. So I am here trying to rebuild. I don't know how I'm going to start up, but I have to find a way to rebuild, you know, and that's just it. I have life, so I just have to keep moving and go on. But this is what happened with, you know, the disaster that we have.
No, miss, God bless you, but I think you need to have serious word of prayer, fasting, and repentance, and ask God what will be the best move and the next move. Because I don't think staying there and rebuilding is a smart move. You are right beside the river. In case you didn't notice, we're getting a lot of water judgment. All right, the waters is just going crazy everywhere. I don't think that is a good idea to rebuild there, sir. I understand, you know, yes, we're going to be resilient. We also have to be practical. I don't think rebuilding right there, sir, is a good idea. If you're going to rebuild, I think you're going to have something that is state of the art, and it still wouldn't guarantee it not being destroyed. You would have to factor in going higher for a possibility of flooding, and then the foundation would have to be able to withstand flooding. I don't know. Listen, I don't think it's a good idea you rebuild there, man. I really don't. But I'm not an expert. You ain't got to take my advice. God bless you. Hope it all works out. Moving on. But this is just another video to show you how badly Hanover is affected. Right? Alright, we can't take the music, but people might get some aid. Yes. Some food and them something there. Alright. Because something I build up back, you know them can't do much, so you know. Hey, if people, you know what, the people of the community in these areas, you know, I'm not gonna say anything. After I play this, I'm gonna play a video of a young lady that just absolutely almost had me throw up at how disgusting she is. She almost had me throw up of how much she has zero compassion. Her compassion went through the window just to try and attempt to defend Andrew Jones and his government. I'm telling you, these people got to be under a spell. You know, I think this is the perfect time for me to play it. I'll come back to this. I'll come back to that. And this is not even the main thing why I'm here. But I'm here. Right? 26-year-old Manchester woman and her children were reported missing have been found. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I couldn't want to hear about no more missing people and mother right now. I couldn't, like, too much bad news. We can't take it. Thank God. Let me just share this. Yes. Thank God. She was found. Thank God she was found. Jesus. Woo, that is good news. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Listen to this. Listen to this reprobate. Listen to this Jezebel.
And today all I want to sit down with the no blood down also the way closing panigram from last week and I plan to move a stick or a sink to start build back something for myself and I sit down for the government come hand out to the individual and build back on the house and for the individual make a stand with it because guess what? You are not the priority. The priority is to build back the infrastructure of the country. That is what the money was donated to do, not donated to build back individual homes for anyone. Yes, he will provide some funding, but do not expect Mr. Andrew Wellness to build back every single resident house that got affected by the hurricane. So if you don't want to get up and start do something for yourself, something going to do you. Period. You don't have no zig them on the ground same way, you don't board them on the ground same way. And before you get up and start clean up on the blood clot, you administer that government of countries and government can do that. Schools, hospitals, roads, light posts, electricity, all those things are first priority, so no go and sit down and wait. Can me tell you now?
Yo, me need a second here. Me need a second. Me need to calm down. Because I'm going to be surgical with this one. I'm not going to shout. I'm going to try my best not to get angry. But I am definitely going to respond. Let's go back to the first thing she said at the start. We're going to break this down, all right?
And today all I want to sit down with the no blood down also the way closing panigram from last week. And
to all of you that sat down with your blow down house from last week with the clothes, the wet clothes on the ground.
I plan to move a stick or a stick.
That don't plan to move a stick or a stick. No, ladies and gentlemen, who should I talk to? Who in a Westmoreland? Who in a St. Elizabeth? Who in a St. James? Who in a Hanover has sat down from Hurricane Melissa left and I watch them think on the ground and now move a muscle? How inconsiderate. How, I mean, this girl has to be the devil's daughter. Did she think about what she was saying before she said it? How, I mean, no empathy, no heart. Is this an AI? You know what? I think this is an AI. That is the best explanation I have. Because there ain't no, listen, even if the people sat down, right, and they were in shock, and they did not move, and they did not lift a board to rebuild, you know what? They deserve to process what happened to them. You know what I wish on this girl, and I'm not taking it back? I wish that her house gets hit by a Category 5 storm. Because I think that is the only way she is going to understand emotionally what these people are going through. That's, no, listen, this is what I want to happen to her. I want her to experience what those people experience, because it seems as if she cannot use her mind to put herself in those people's shoes. No, I am not saying that anybody. Good night, how you doing? Right? Carl, how you doing? I'm not saying that there's any Jamaicans down there sitting down and feeling sorry for themselves. I don't even believe that. But even if they were, they just went through something that they've never went through before. And they're literally picking up the pieces. Like the song, picking up the pieces of the struggle of life on my journey. Man, a warrior dog. Yo, them literally down there picking up the pieces. Not only are they trying to pick up the pieces, but things are getting inherently harder. They are surrounded by dead animals, rising water that is not drinkable, healthy to drink, not even healthy to wash them clothes in some instances, right? The people are going through it. You have a pregnant mother that is in a a bus, and she's 9 months pregnant with 2 other children, needing medical assistance. Yo, this girl just shit on the people that are victims. I wish that a Category 5 storm hits your entire family. I wish that a Category 5 storm hits your entire family. You are heartless. You are a harlot. You're a Jezebel. You have a Jezebel spirit. The first statement that the lady make is just so inconsistent. Leave the people them alone, make the people them process so them a process, even if it take them a long time. You know what the government needs to do? Go down there and ensure that the people them mental health is in the right place. Evacuate the people them that are vulnerable. Get some counseling for the people them. They went through something that now regular human beings have never seen or witnessed before. People house lift up with them and throw over gully. This is just unbelievable. When I saw this earlier, like, what? Is this girl for real? And it gets worse. No, let me play this.
Think to start build back something for yourself, and I sit down for the government come hand out to me individually and build back on.
Did this harlot just say handout? Did this Jezebel just say handout? So are you telling me that these people are just in the optimal position where you can call them lazy? Oh, you just lost everything by a natural disaster. You just lost everything by a natural disaster. You used to pay taxes. There's a government that collects your taxes. And the people are asking for aid. And they are not getting aid from the government in a very timely manner. That ship has sailed. The government has failed the people where that is concerned. It is outside entities that have helped them. Right? The government should be moving with alacrity, right? To get aid to them for them to fix up them house or fix up some temporary structure for the people them to sleep. It's called humanitarian. Where is your humanity? How can you defend a government that doesn't protect their citizens? That doesn't go above and beyond to make sure that after such a catastrophic experience that they are taken care of. I wish that leaders that has this girl's mentality would let us know that this is who they are before they run for office, so they can never win. Because these are the type of Jezebels you don't want to be running your country or in any type of leadership. These are the types of Jezebel. And if it was a man, that is the type of demon they don't want to have. Is the mind is the problem, you know? Listen to her.
Us them for the individual make a stand because guess what? You are not the priority. The priority is
you are not the priority. Oh my God. You have elderly people that have lost their home. You have women that are pregnant. They have also lost their families. And this harlot, this Jezebel, is on here talking about they are not the priority. The bread basket of Jamaica where all the food came from. They are not the priority. Miss, oh my, some of the things I want to say, me don't say something already where me probably shouldn't say, but me now take it back. I wish a category 5 hit you and your family so you can learn and understand what these people are going through because you are heartless. And I believe that is the only way you're truly going to get it. The woman say you are not the priority. There was a woman that has 3 children, built her dream house, and the hurricane totally destroyed it. Oh, so she must just take up the board them and start build back her house. Girl, oh my God, may I tell you say, may I go pray for myself and pray for you because, you're worse than Andrew, want to listen? I never knew there could be somebody worse than Andrew. For you to be supporting Andrew Honest in this type of argument, you are worse than him. I wish that you do the type of job that doesn't have no human interaction. I hope you deal with robots and animals. I hope that you deal with robots and animals because you are not a human being, you're an alien. You must have been abducted, taken into a spaceship, and then put some alien robot in your brain. No, reggae rocks, come on, bro. Like, what is this? What is this I'm listening to? You are not the priority? Listen what the priority is.
So build back the infrastructure of the
priority is to build back the building, man. Jesus have mercy, that girl dunce. So we move from heartless to dunce. Who is the one that drives the economy? This is economy 101. Who is the one that drives the economy? Infrastructure is important. Who is the one that drives the economy? What does the government use to maintain, to expand the infrastructure? Taxes, you dunce. The faster the people get back on their foot, and the faster they pay more taxes, you dunce. So it is in the best interest of the government to aid the people to get back on them foot, you dunce. You're heartless and wicked. You try me, so when I try if you not do this no, but yo, seriously. You are heartless and evil. It aids the government to get back. The economy cannot thrive without the people. The people have to produce. Right now, the government need to be talking to the people in East Portland, you know. The farmer them down there, you know. Fast, you know. And work out something with them, you know. Because the food need to come from somewhere. Listen to this girl.
Country. That is what the money was donated to do. Not donate.
The money. Who tell you said the money was donated to fix infrastructure? You did not communicate with all like one of them. And what kind of insight? You work with the government. You work with Baphomet. You part of order. You must Illuminati. Ain't no way, bro. Who tell you, girl, that the money is for infrastructure alone? Who tell you that? So not only it done to come here and spread misinformation. My Andrew Lincoln, because you know, say I got interfere. Because of people like Una alone fear Andrew can not worship him. My Andrew Lincoln tell you to don't spread any misinformation and that nonsense you're talking about. Huh? Watch out, Uno go sit down and wait. Uno and Uno neighbor need to get up and come together and start work. You know, yo, this girl, bro. This is the time when you need like one sister or one cousin that is a female. You know what I mean? This is the time. I mean, I don't know who sent her. I don't know who sent this girl, but I must say devil.
To build back individual homes for anyone. Yes, he will.
The money was not donated to build back individual homes for anyone. Who tell her this? Do you have an inventory of what? Do you know that generators was given to the government to aid? So what do you think the generator them for? To build back infrastructure? You know why them send the generator them? Because areas are out of light and the people need light. That's why Belgium send the generator them. It's not to build out infrastructure. That is what they call a short-term assistance, short-term aid. Aid that is emergency, like needed right now. Get it out there. Reverse the curse and reverse the order. This girl is a curse. Listen to this girl.
One. Yes, he will provide some funding, but do not expect Mr. Andrew Wellness to build back every single resident house.
So, Yeah, Juliet Oles. I are Juliet Oles' daughter or Angie Oles' daughter. Because obviously this girl has some inside information. She's telling the people, do not expect Angie Oles to build back every single house. No, ladies and gentlemen. Which Jamaican expect the government to build back every house? Tell me. No Jamaican expect that. You know what they expect? They expect to get some help to build back their own house. Them now look no handout. Them a look help. You harlot. You Jezebel. No, Craig, talk truth, no brother. My head hurt me too. She is an annoyance. I can't believe this here, man.
That got affected by the hurricane. So if you don't want to get up and start do something for yourself, something going to do you. Period.
This girl is acting like the Jamaican people are lazy people. The Jamaican people have already started helping themselves. And look on her face. Look on her face. She thinks she's somebody, you know? Look at that. Oh, listen, you getting all this smoke. I don't care what you're talking about. You getting all this smoke. You understand? Yo, she need to sit down and lock her mouth, brother, with some crazy glue. She worse than macadamia, you know? I can't believe somebody could have come out worse than macadamia and contract foolishness.
We don't have no zig them on the ground same way, we don't board them on the ground same way. And before we get up and start cleaning up on the blood clot, we still got to talk about government.
No, may I show you how that girl that dance? This is another dance moment. Idiot. You mean the same board them where storm blow away? What if another category 5 storm was to build up before the hurricane season done? So you recommend the people to build back the same way? You don't. You don't. Because even the government is, well, I wouldn't say the government, even the opposition is speaking about, and the government together is talking about, they need to plan out how to set a standard for how we actually build infrastructure so it can withstand these mega storms. And you want the people to build back the same board house? You don't. You don't. Assassini, this is another alien. I'm telling you, these people cannot be human beings. Not only are you inconsiderate, not only are you a harlot and a Jezebel, you don't. And you think say your shit can make party. Just look on her face, she looks stuck up. Look on her body language and her facial expression when she attacks. She thinks she more than people. And you might be wondering, Bolo, how are you deducing this by one video? Make she tell me something wrong. Right now, she listen to my video, she didn't even bother respond. Because me unpiped. Me read that me can sit you are. How you tell people themselves to build up at the same board house? Are you crazy? That is the most ridiculous suggestion. If one category 3 storm come now, the house blow down. And when me done, I'm going to play back my girl that video to show you guys how to build a resilient house that can withstand the storm. Because this, for sure, yes, she does. I'm going to play that video. Listen, I am not telling nobody to build 90%. Me not tell the government to build 90% of the houses. I am saying to the government, look for the people that are most affected. Elderly, women, children, mothers, the babies. Get those people assistance quickly. We are man. The man that will live alone, they need minimal help. They are going to figure it out. Me now ask Christ. But you see the picnic them, you see the elder them, and you see the mother them, they need to get assistance immediately from the government. Argument done. Argument done. We don't need to have no more conversation about that. Wherever they find the money, they find it. And the amount of aid they get, they need to utilize the aid properly or advocate for the aid more. Yes, Sibler not Spice, they build house. Vibes Cartel are doing most. Sean Paul, Shaggy. You name it, Massacre. You know if you ask about Bounty Killer. If you don't see me in the papers, trust me. Bounty charity at work. You understand? Family, everybody. Move forward. And see what you come there now. Y'all wonder if she related to Vegas. You know, so you might be right.
Government can do that. Schools, hospitals, roads, light posts, electricity, all those things.
So miss, I owe you school. OU school, now pick them. So you think you pick me at school and I know how to live in a? Yo, that girl a dunce, you know? I OU's hospital. If the people are not their home and they not no work and no money, how them are going to afford to pay for hospital? It will cost the government either way. You're stupid. You see that cost the government or the people die? Look like she thinks she has said something, bro. Listen to her.
All those things are first priority, so no one sit down and wait. Let me tell you.
You hear what you say? All those things are first priority. Listen what is first priority.
Hospitals, roads, light posts,
hospitals, roads, light posts, and electricity. Hospital, schools, hospital. I want to write this down. Schools. Somebody write this down in that chat for me. You ready? Schools, hospitals, roads, light posts, light. Hello. I want to write it down, you know. People want to only write that down when I come. Let me play it back. We're going to examine them something that's his first priority.
Roads, light posts, electricity. Some government can do that. Schools, hospitals, roads.
Schools, hospitals, roads, light posts, light.
Light posts, electricity.
Schools, hospitals, road, light posts, and electricity. Schools, light posts, roads, you know. Yo, so hold on. The people that were marooned and locked off and can't get no food and water, you gotta fix the road before you reach them. I wonder if that really know what priority mean. Schools, hospitals, light posts, roads and electricity. Oh my God. You know what is priority over everything else? People's lives. People's lives. It cannot be given back to them. If they don't have life, that's it. It's over. It's over. Code 876, yeah. Most of the house are boardhouse. It just means that the people them can only afford boardhouse, bro. The people them are living in poverty. It also people not hear me. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't think I make me a film. People not hear me. Hello. My check, 1 2 1 2. Are you guys hearing me? People not hear me? When I hear me? Okay, when I hear me? Alright, cool. Yes, the time up. I thought I had more time, I think so. At least by 10 o'clock I still would have some juice around and them thing. Look like something go wrong with the generator over there, so. But that girl I really lose it here, man. Or she probably never had it. Hey, a whole heap of sensible people, well, a whole heap of people look sensible out there in a school, in a clean clothes and they're mad, you know. Yeah, man, they can't judge a book by someone. They look upon this girl. You know, that thing says she have it all together. And people are going to say, but, oh, it's just her opinion. Listen, sometimes, just like what our Prime Minister say, sometimes some opinion don't make no sense. You better shut up, man. I really think I tell you. You better stop, man. Just quit while you're ahead. Keep that to yourself. Go vet it with somebody before you say, boy, you know. Me I go say this door. Vet it with one of your friends, man. You know, so I got honest with you. If you don't care what people think, that's another thing. Alright? You can go ahead and just, hey, have fun with it if you don't care. But no, man, this is really bad. And I tell no lie. Me really, it's sad in so many ways. Like
This another warning for Jamaica. I see the Minister of Culture
for the Prime Minister.
First, me see that happen. Anyway, let me see what else me want to share with you now. Yeah. This, why not?
The aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, everyone is doing what they can to get essential supplies to the areas that need it most. Subsequent to that, people are inevitably going to rebuild structures and rebuild homes. So for this video, I'm going to put on my engineering cap and we are going to discuss.
No, this video is important because of the nonsense that the girl was saying a while ago. I think it just fits that we learn from an engineer that you cannot build the house the same way them did build before. So this is the plan. One of the plans and one of the recommendations. Guys, like and share the video. Listen to
how to hurricane proof your homes, because if you build back the house next year, it still cannot withstand the hurricane. Dog nam your supper all over again.
Julie Mango, please just tag the girl there a while ago. Just find her up on TikTok and tag her in every day, yeah? Because she tell the people them say the zinc and the board where they in front of them on the ground, then figure to build up back them house the same way where they stay. Yeah, man. And stop wait for Andrew. Because Andrew don't have a responsibility to the people. Because Andrew, when it's in government, was not elected by the people. Oh, them still the election. We just ask, because maybe that's why them are going so. So them not, oh, them buy vote. Oh, me just ask. Because maybe that's why them are going so. We just wonder and ask. It's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. Truly is.
Major things that we face: hurricane and earthquake. So this house is a transfer of forces. What do I mean by transfer of forces? If stone lick the roof, the force where the stone lick the roof must transfer back a ground. So if wind start blow yasso, it's not just this wall is going to resist the wind, it's the entire house, because the wall connect to the roof and this roof connect over here and it connect back down to the foundation. So the house have to operate whola. You know, like when you boil dumpling and boil dumpling whola, so the house must whola. The forces that lift off the roof for your house must be transferred to the foundation. How we do that? All of this right here, so is the front wall. So we can look on the front wall. This is a block and steel concrete wall. Inside the wall, you have a mixture of column and or stiffeners. Best practice, random spacing must be no more than 10 feet. And then each column down to the foundation. be a minimum of 2 feet under the ground. 2 feet. Grass out, yes, sir. This name, ground. In order for the wall itself to resist the external forces what we talk about, wall reinforced with steel bar going horizontal, bang. And your vertical steel bars look like this. Your vertical steel bars, they must be placed 16 inches maximum distance. And your horizontal steel bars must be placed at 3 block height maximum distance. So that's your wall. Remember, so we said the house of a hola. So when anything lick the wall, it has to transfer the forces to the stiffeners and to the column. When the forces reach the column, transfer to the foundation. Now this is a column of your bottom steel, right, sir? Vertical steel, come down and hook up right there, sir. And then you have your stirrups. So this is your foundation, and this is the column that comes from the foundation. If your column is not a hit, you cannot be fit. Remember that the house is Ola, like the dumpling. The connectivity between the top of the column and your roof is what we're going to do next. Because the roof is going to go up, so you know. You understand? So now we have to talk about Yasa, where the column and the wall connect to the roof. The wind is going to do what it wants to do. Yeah. We're zooming right, Yasa. So now this is your wall. It's like you cut the wall down in the middle and you look straight in a sideways part of it. Eve is where your roof meet the wall and it cock off a little bit. That's up. This area, when hurricane winds start to blow and lick the wall, and sometimes it blow and it curves and bounce back, then it want to lift off the eave and therefore lift off your roof. Sometimes if the wind coming from this direction and it goes so, sometimes it creates a little suction that it lift off the roof. If you have a little window right here, so, and wind come in, wind come up and lift off your roof. Everything will lift off your roof. That is why with all of these things that lift up and open up it, and it's like it's off up. You understand? So when everything coming to off up your roof now, you have to have a mechanism. It's the offing. And that mechanism is the connection right here. Remember, the house of the old, like a dumpling. Wherever there is discontinuity in the structure, that is where the wind is going to attack the most. Everything right here is so continuous, except the connection between the wall and the roof. The wall continuous, you know, no break right here, so. You know? The roof continuous, you know, no break right here, so. But where the wall meet the roof, you have break. Hallelujah. At the top of every wall in Jamaica, you need to have what is called a belt beam.
You're deaf?
On top of the belt beam, you have what is called the wall plate. The wall plate is a piece of timber. It is recommended that you use a wall plate that is 4 inches to 4 inches deep. And the type of lumber that you must use is structural grade 2. Now you have 2 ways that you can put wall plate on top of the belt beam. Way number 1, you can set the J-bolt inside of the concrete beam when you are casting it, and then you drill into the wall plate and it secure it onto the J-bolt. Or you can cast up your belt beam and then you use what are called expansion bolts, and they woof, 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 and it expand out and have little thingies that secure it in the wall beam. Most people prefer the expansion bolt because sometimes the J-bolt don't line up sometime during construction. What's next? Rafter. This rafter is looking very nice, but it's not secure. This is the belt beam, the wall. All of this is nice and strong by itself, but it needs to connect to the rafter. You connect this effectively to the rafter by using what is called a hurricane strap, the Simpson strong tie. Now the hurricane strap is imperative and super essential in offing down the roof to the wall. Flat part would have come by yes up on the rafter, twist, and then the other part secure right yes up. Now the reason why the wall plate need to be 4 inches, because you will need enough space right yes so that when the wind starts to blow and it starts suck off and this and that, when everything wants to off it down, you have enough space in the piece of timber right yaso, what you call the wall plate. You have enough space between yaso and yaso, and the center of gravity between the two hold them give it a good portion of resistance so that the piece of timber or the piece of wall plate no pop off. The house have to be Ola, like how the dumpling Ola. So everything have to connect. When the wind starts up the roof, that is an upward force. The roof now transfer that upward force into the hurricane strap. Hallelujah. When the wind transfer the force into the hurricane strap in the name of Jesus, the hurricane strap now then transfers that force to the wall plate. Why? And then now the wall plate transfer that upward lift up force now to the belt beam. And then now when the belt beam transferring that upward lift up force now, it transferred to the column or the stiffener. Hey. And then when the column and the stiffener get the upward force from the roof now, it transferred to the foundation. Best practice, rafter is a 2B6. Your spacing of your rafter must be determined by an engineer. On top of the rafter, you have what is called sacking, tongue and groove or ply. On top of the sacking, your laths. So these are your zinc roof. So we're going to look on the roof from this direction, meaning you look so. So when you're looking from the header direction, these are your rafters. On top of the rafters, now remember, so we have the sacking. And upon the sacking, now you have your lads them. So now we're going to use blue for the zinc. Lap. Oh, this blue right here is your corrugated zinc. You must secure the zinc in the crest, not the valley. You have to use a piece of board. So this is the entrance truck of the corrugated zinc sheeting and then on the sacking, then on the rafter, and then of course what we say, the house Ola, just like how the dumpling Ola. So any type of force that come here, so it get transferred through the piece of board, through the lab, through the sacking, on the rafter, and then from the rafter to the strap, and then from the hurricane strap to the wall plate, and then from the wall plate to the column, and then from the column to the foundation. Rule of thumb, when you're doing anything related to roof, try not to use the smooth nails, them they will just come out. Use either the ribbed nails or screw. So these are just some best practice. House needs to operate closely, meaning every element needs to connect with each other. I know you're going to say, oh, this sounds expensive and it sounds like it's a whole heap of money. You know what is more expensive? When every year you have to go through this sort of thing. It's not only expensive, it's also charismatic. Better yet.
You hear that? You hear that foolish girl? You dunce. What should they? I want to share. It is foolish to not build your house in this time and not have it hurricane proof. It's foolish because what the climate changing is telling us is that we're going to have these types of conditions on a more regular basis every year. And these storms are going to become super storms. You're going to see more and more of these super storms. Yes? So taking up the board, like what you say, and taking up the zinc, figure redo where she do already the same way how she do it, it's foolish. It don't make no sense. It's nonsense. But guess what? I need to move this computer and use this one because let me just turn off my camera real quick and come back to you guys. Don't move a muscle. Let me just set this up. I need the other computer. This computer battery goes down pretty fast. If I don't have power, I don't use this computer. This computer run off of power, not battery. Yeah, it needs the power. I got the power. It's a gaming computer, you know, so you must know what I mean. Even when you might not know what I mean, but let me explain it to you. Even when you have certain what you would call it, even when you have certain apps closed, it doesn't matter. It's still going to run and burn hard. It's a computer where you have to have the cooler upon it. That's why it depends on this stand where it depends right now. Well, what it was on just now, because I took it off to put on the other computer. All right. So here we go. Let me go here. Yeah, man, we're gonna do this tonight, you know, because I have been waiting for this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I've been waiting for. Ralston,
we're watching
right, sir.
From Warrow in the PAAC to provide oversight of Philip Paulwell talking about the PNP's decision not to name any member to the Joint Select Committee. We have Ralston Hyman on the line. Ralston, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
How are you doing, man?
Good, man.
We're watching the tides rally, watching the economy, watching the Jamaican dollar versus the US dollar. watching the stock market.
By the way, everybody should go over to Portland Spice TV and go sub up. Yes? Yeah, man. Everybody should be over there, okay? That is it. Let's get back to it.
Good, man.
We're watching the tides rally, watching the economy, watching the Jamaican dollar versus the US dollar, watching the stock market.
Boy, Saturday, me need current. I need a flow of internet to deal with the video that you sent me. I surely did. I surely did watch it. I watched it the instant you sent it to me. I did.
You must have an update on where the dollar is on the stock market and all that is happening with the economy right now.
Well, the dollar traded at 161.23 today, after trading at $160.82 yesterday. So it dropped by 41 cents, despite central bank intervention with 60 minutes since the start of this week and the mopping up of $49 billion in Jamaican dollar liquidity today. Yeah. Last week there was intervention of another 60 million. So 120 million during the last 4 to 5 days, working days, that is. And 49 billion in mopping up of Jamaican dollar liquidity. And the dollar is still trading at 161.23. Simply because
the dollar, the US dollar is at 161.23. When I saw it at 160.90, $160.90, I said it's gonna go over 161 very swiftly. Well, there it is, and it's 161 with the intervention of the banks trying to save the dollar. And this is what he's going to explain. All right. We are in a serious crisis. Well, we are in multiple crises at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. Some crisis is unseen. And the bottom line of it is that they are not listening to the prophets. They are not listening to the men and women of God. And there's something brewing. And the video that Sassidi sent me is like confirmation. If we can verify all those things that the person said in that video in terms of scientifically, if any of that is true, yo, the whole entire Caribbean better watch out. Lord have mercy.
the export sectors, which were already declining rapidly, have been down.
Has declined by $60 million.
Sorry about that for those who are on Bolo VNR 2.0. I don't know why my phone just went like that. It's been malfunctioning from the other day, or it's been under severe attack by outside entities. One out of the two is extremely true. You know what I mean?
Of December.
Every single time I go live, that this phone has a problem. My iPhone, not so much. I wonder if it's because I don't really have a network in there. I have it on airplane most of the time. But this phone, this the main phone that I have, has been under severe attack. Every single thing wrong with the phone. It overheat. It in memory I go down all of a sudden. I don't even have a picture on it right now. I don't even have a picture phone right now. But my memory keeps going down. I keep clearing all of my messages on WhatsApp, but my memory keeps going down. My main phone is under severe attack. You see me? It is ridiculous at this point. They are shutting down my live streams mid-live stream. I'm here chilling and playing the video and thinking everything is good. And if I don't keep my eye on the screen, my screen is blank. Not realizing that, oh man, I just lost 300 people. You know, probably some people that I've never seen, that has never seen the platform before. It's like, I don't know. Let me shut up.
170 and 175.
165 to 170 with heavy central bank intervention.
So Ralston Hyman's prediction for the Jamaican dollar between now and December, it's going up to 165, between 165 and 175. How much y'all want to bet? How much y'all want to put on that? It's at 161 already. Hey, listen, man. And he's saying that the banks, even with the bank's intervention, it's still going to go up because the bank is trying to save the Jamaican dollar from crashing. Did the USA tell Jamaica that they recommend that some entity in the United States, I don't know which banking institution or what, somebody can correct me on that. I am open to correction. But I could have sworn I heard something about a $200 to $1 US. That was the recommendation. How interesting. And then all of a sudden, we have a disaster that is here that just went through the country. Yo, the alignment of how things align sometimes is incredible. That's all I'll say. Let's continue.
We heard also that the reserve has declined by $60 million.
$67.64 million in October because of the heavy central bank intervention.
And you see a further decline in November?
Yeah, man, because of the heavy intervention that is now taking place in this month. And we're almost at the half of the month now and heavy intervention taking place.
Yes,
and the tourism sector is down and those sectors are down.
We've gone over $120 million between last week and this week, you say?
Yeah, man, 5 working days, yeah, man.
And that is coming directly from the international reserves?
Not international reserves, yeah, man.
No, you said the central bank also map up $40 billion. It's 40 billion?
49 billion today.
That's Jamaican dollars. When we talk about
Jamaican dollars.
The 120 is 120 million US. And you are saying that they
US dollars from the international reserve.
$49 billion in Jamaican dollars today. What does that do to an economy when you continue to map up that kind of liquidity? What does that do to the economy?
It's contraction. I remember we're paying 6% per annum on it.
Right, because
we don't just map it up freely. You have to pay the people interest on it.
So therefore, it's going to cost us much more than the 49 billion.
Yeah, man.
Yo, listen to this.
Yes, so you have to multiply that by 1.66 to get the total reduction. Aggregate demand or total spending.
1.66. You have to multiply the 49 million to, is it 49 billion? Hold on, let's go back.
So therefore, it will cost us much more than the 49 billion.
Okay. So 49 billion.
Yeah, man. So you have to multiply that by 1.66 to get the total reduction in what we call aggregate demand or total spending.
No, Raleigh, if we continue doing this and not looking at growth, because we don't hear from the finance minister, we don't hear the prime minister when he spoke for 2 hours and last week. He mentioned that we must, the other parishes that have not been affected should pick up the slack in growth. My concern is that when the country was firing on 13 cylinders, you couldn't get it to grow, you're going to get it to grow on 7 now.
Yeah, well, that's going to be very difficult, and that is why we need the cooperation of all sectors of the economy and stop playing the kind of games that Floyd Green and himself played in relation to the opposition to make it look like the opposition callous and unfeeling and uncaring when I was general ship them a deal with. Yeah, them things affect the thing for national unity because everybody, we don't want a parliamentary committee or we can outvote with them. We want the entire country, the private sector, academia, the churches, everybody for participating in this process, which is the way to go and get the country up and running quickly.
Because when they do a joint select committee, that will be chaired by a member of the government side, right?
Yeah, man, political something, man, not LP, right?
And you might have about 2 members of the opposition on it.
Yeah, and then they're outvoting with everything.
Opposition is saying, bring it to the PAAC. What difference does that make?
That makes a whole lot of difference because that is chaired by the opposition, so you get a full ventilation of things. And the opposition is saying, we want that the PAAC plus this national council of people that is outside the parliament. We don't want to be something that's not in a parliament where we can outvote and lock off a mic and grandstand and them things. This is a national effort, yeah? So we need people from the university, we need people from the private and EPOC type something, the money might talk about.
Yeah.
Because EPOC has been very successful,
So,
yeah. And Peter Phillips and Portia Simpson never have no problem with the national committee. So why do they have a problem?
Is it that they have something to hide, Ralston?
Well, it must be. Everybody asks me.
Or is it that their intentions are not honorable?
Well, if their intentions were honorable, they would have a problem with that. We must remind the country that when they crashed the country in 2007-12, when we had another emergency, which was an economic emergency, this emergency, although devastating, is not as devastating as that, because at that time we couldn't get the money from the body of foreign. Now I get money from our boat of foreign. Right. And Peter Phillips and Portia Simpson will never have no problem with setting up EPOC with people from our society, with people from trade union, with people from private sector. There wasn't any problem.
But they are now having a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ralston, we talk about the catastrophic bond, and you and I spoke about this already. But when you follow social media, a lot of people are praising Dr. Nigel Clark as if he was the first man to do this. Hello? Tell us about the beginning of this.
Hello.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you, Ralston. You not hearing me?
Hello.
Yeah, Raleigh, I'm hearing you. Raleigh?
Yeah, man, listen up, man. Never hear what you say.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah, man, I'm saying that there are a lot of people on social media bigging up Dr. Nigel Clark for the catastrophic bond. It is something that you and I spoke about before. But for people who are just joining us and did not hear that conversation, tell them where this whole insurance against disaster started in Jamaica.
Before we go there, so let me say something about EPOC. Portia partnered with EPOC. I want to find an article or something. That's what I want to find. Because he mentioned Portia Simpson partnering with EPOC, right? And it's to supplement food, yeah? And food production. You know, I'm really tired of this. I am really growing weary of the Jamaica Labour Party government, you know. They find a way how to still go around the thing and try to. They are resilient in destroying the country. They claim that they want unity, and then they pull this.
Right? Fail to communicate to the parliament.
Let's look at this.
Good afternoon. I'm extremely disappointed with Mr. Floyd Green for raising a matter in Parliament yesterday, knowing fully well I had stepped out of the chamber and could not respond. He was disingenuous because he failed to communicate to the Parliament the full extent of the correspondence that was shared. I wrote to him on the 7th of November expressing our view that it was unnecessary for there to be a joint select committee of the Parliament to provide oversight on the expenditures in relation to Hurricane Melissa. It's unnecessary because we already have the PAAC, which is chaired, and we would do nothing to undermine that role. I wrote to him again on the 9th, Sunday, the 9th of November, providing further clarity on our call for a national body to do general oversight. And that body would comprise not only government and opposition, but the private sector, NGOs, and others. This was not to be a parliamentary group.
So you hear that? It's very, very clear. That's what Ralston Hyman was referring to. He's saying that that is the right move because it gets everybody, all hands on deck. Jamaica is at ground zero right now. No? Probably they don't want to tell you. Probably they don't want you to panic. But Jamaica is at ground zero right now. Just think of Jamaica as being, this is the, you hear what, what's his name, talking my TV, talk about the reset. Yeah, man. Jamaica is at ground zero right now. What they do from here is going to be a part of whatever agenda that they're pushing. So if it's an agenda that aids the people, you're going to witness it, you're going to experience it. If it's one that suppresses us and put us into slavery, you're going to feel it. You're going to see it. But for some people, if they don't see it yet, then, you know, just look at the moves that the Prime Minister is making. vouchers, you know, all of these things. If you don't have ID to get aid for your house relief, you know, the voucher thing is a cashless thing, still pushing cashlessness. Money needs to be circulated now more than ever in the economy. Not cashlessness. Not cashlessness. You understand?
All right. So in 2007, right? Our deficit was 5% of GDP. Inflation was 5% of GDP. Poverty was 9% of GDP. Unemployment was 9% of GDP. That was the last time we grew by 3%. The net international reserves was 2.4 billion. After Hurricane Ivan in September of 2004, CARICOM leaders, because it devastated the CARICOM leaders said, well, we need to have some form of insurance against these natural catastrophes that affect the fiscal accounts, just like what it affects Jamaica right now.
Yes.
And at that time, Dr. Omar Davies was the finance minister, and they signed off on the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility on June 1 of 2007.
Yes.
Nigel Clark built on that on the 2000 insurance against these natural catastrophes that affect the fiscal accounts, just like what it affects Jamaica right now.
Yes.
And at that time, Dr. Omar Davies was the finance minister, and they signed off on the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility on June 1 of 2007.
Yes.
Nigel Clark built on that on the 2024, May 2024, and bought the cat bond to serve for 3 years, May 2024 to December 29 of 2027. So he built on what he saw Dr. Omar Davies left there. And it was his original idea.
And that one that Dr. Omar Davies did is now paying us what, 90 million US?
Yes, tomorrow we'll get another 62.8 million from it. We got 8 million on November 3rd. Tomorrow we'll get another 62.8 million. And the head of the priest will be coming here, Isaac Anthony, to discuss with the government how they can help them some more. We'll be getting another 21 because of the triggering of the rainfall clause. And he'll be in the island next week to discuss how they can provide more assistance. The World Bank has agreed to pay, but we haven't gotten any money from them yet. That's Nigel Clark's cat bond.
So
hold on. So Nigel Clark cat bond, we still not getting the money yet. But the thing that Mr. Omar Davies signed, the thing that he signed, right, in 2004, 2005, they're receiving money from it. See that? That's not it, no. But I really don't like the Glenna. CCRIF. Yeah, remember the CRIF. Yeah, I want an article with that on it. World Bank document. That's 2012. That's after they signed it. Alright. Let me just go to GIS website. Alright, so it says here, Jamaica has signed a US 1.8 million grant agreement with the Japanese government to carry out a Caribbean catastrophe risk insurance facility visibility study, which will allow Caribbean states to buy parametric insurance coverage against natural disasters. The Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, will be carrying out the project. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're telling me that Nigel Clark is an absolute fraud. Nigel Clark acted as if he was this genius that came up with this idea of a catastrophe bond. Mighty God. What them name? Night Fix put out the fix a video the other day of Nigel Clark. I don't know why. Maybe because of the catastrophe bond that was released. This clip right here was put out. Listen to this.
Jamaica became the first small country in the world, right, to issue independently something that is known as a catastrophe bond. We're a small country that is susceptible, vulnerable to natural disaster shocks, i.e., hurricane, tropical cyclone, etc. That if it occurs, can put the government out because it, lots of expenses.
Yeah.
Now, because we work so hard on rehabilitating our economy,
big up yourself, Tariff.
And I want to give you an example of how my real practical experience that really, let me give it. Back in 2016, when Jamaica was about to, allow me to tour, when Jamaica was about to
big up yourself, man,
prematurely terminate the agreement with the IMF, it was called Extended Fund Facility, and enter into a new agreement called a Precautionary Standby Arrangement. And we're moving from, the Extended Fund Facility was 980 million, and the new...
the feeling is mutual. Any appreciation my way is reciprocated. Big up yourself.
One was $1.6 billion. It was a big deal. Nobody was expecting it, and that's what made it a bigger deal. Right? The big bosses from the IMF coming down for the announcement, and a little storm began to develop in the Eastern Caribbean. I forget the name of it. Was it Matthew? I'm not sure. I can't remember. This is 2016. And this is Jamaica here. And everybody's tracking the storm, the hurricane, and it's doing this. And it is the closest direct hit that Jamaica has had in 30 years. Closest to a direct hit. And we were all convinced that this hurricane was going to hit Jamaica directly. Right? As a result, people from the fund, the headquarters called them back, left Jamaica. The big announcement was not going to happen. And in that moment, I was not Minister of Finance then. I was Ambassador of Economic Affairs. And I was responsible for the relationship with the multilaterals. And I negotiated this program, this $1.6 billion program. Right? And then it became abundantly clear to me, my God, if this thing had hit, we started to calculate that what we were negotiating couldn't help us. Yeah?
So Nigel, it took you in 2016 to realize what the PNP realized in 2005. Wow. Yo, this dude is a whole fraud, bro. This dude is... No, he gave the opposition some credit in this clip, But let us listen more.
And it became abundantly, and it just calculating what the reversal would have been. All the progress made by the previous administration would have gone out the window. And
all the progress that the previous administration had made would have gone out the window. He's clearly talking about the fact that Portia had passed all those IMF tests. So it's the economics. It would have clearly put us back economically. Let's continue.
It became very clear to me. I said, look, if I get the chance, I will never leave Jamaica exposed to the effect.
So Jamaica was not exposed to the effects of a hurricane. This is the part of it where he's taking full credit that he's a fraud. This is the part of it where he's a fraud.
I get that if I get the chance, I will never leave Jamaica exposed to the effect of natural disaster again.
So what is this? What is this? Isn't this Omar Davies and the People's National Party in 2005? Finance Minister Dr. Omar Davies. See it here right here, sir? Signed an agreement with Katsumi Muraoka, Counselor of Political Science and General Public Affairs in Japanese, right? To do the groundwork. It says here under the facilities client governments will be provided with immediate liquidity in case an adverse natural event such as a hurricane or earthquake of a predefined magnitude affects them. Yes, Dr. Davis hailed this signing as an opportune invention given adverse effects that hurricane have had on the island and region within the past year. This is very important. This is very important. Grant agreement with Japanese government which have been facilitated by the World Bank. It is an unfortunate but opportune time, and I want to thank the Japanese government and the World Bank, he noted. Following the devastation caused by natural hazards in the Caribbean in 2004, this is what Ralston Hyman just mentioned. CARICOM governments have bank for assistance with gaining access to affordable and effective disaster risk financing arrangement. So Nigel Clark, it goes on to say 9 countries have so far expressed an interest in the insurance fund, including St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Kitts and Nevis, Trinidad and Tobago, Belize, Jamaica, Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda. Meanwhile, the World Bank and the Japanese government have expressed confidence in the ability of the JSIF to carry out the project from being a concept to a reality. So, ladies and gentlemen, how does Nigel Clark in good conscience say this?
No. And it became very clear to me. I said, look, if I get the chance, I will never leave Jamaica exposed to the effect of natural disaster again, in terms of fiscal exposure.
So Jamaica was not exposed fiscally. Jamaica was not exposed fiscally. Look at the money that they have gotten already. Meanwhile, the catastrophe bond that you guys did, they had to do a whole assessment before they released the bond. And even after the assessment, we're now hearing tonight on the Colin Bell show, that money has not been released. And we have already had 2 payments made by CCRIF, the one that Mr. Dr. Omar Davis had signed off on. So, who really I do the right thing? Who really did start this thing? People, let me tell you something. One of the lamest things you can do is to try and take credit for something that you did not. You did not initialize. That is so lame. Because the truth always comes out. And this is where you're going to have egg and filth on your face. And both of them come from, I'm just saying. This is not good, bro.
Because I came face to face with the possibility of what that would mean. Meaning that in that over that period, I'm having discussions with IMF about how we would have to upsize what we were about to announce.
Yeah, it's almost like I think measures, countermeasures.
Exactly. Yeah. In the end, thank God, praise God, hurricane did this and hit Haiti. Unfortunately, 800 people died in Haiti.
Wow.
And that was a hurricane that went all the way to New Jersey and reduced New Jersey to being like a developing country. I think we can all remember that.
Yeah.
So what we decided to put in place a multi-layered strategy of financial instruments that delivers resources in the event of a natural disaster. The layers are, we allocate a couple $100 million every year in the budget. That's the first layer. The second layer is that we're developing a natural disaster fund where we put money aside every year to build up to help us in natural disaster.
So like not just help the government, but like people who need to rebuild
Yes, government expenditure. So in 2019, I'd put $4.5 billion away.
So the girl when I chat off her mouth, somebody tag her, she hears say the rebuilding of people's houses is a part of the money. You want to when I chat off her mouth when we play earlier? Yeah, man. Somebody tag her. Tell her I forgot listen to the video.
In the contingencies fund, up until that time, had a maximum cap of $100 million. The cap was $100 million from 1992 all the way to 2019. It made us say, look, this is crazy. We need to have buffers. So we did something that was uncharacteristic. Politicians spend money, forget vote. Right? No, we took $4.5 billion.
Sir, this is an example of a politician spending money to protect the people. US 1.8 million grant agreement. All of this. This contract right here. Yes? Yes. This right here, sir. Yes. Come on now. Stop it.
And put it away in the contingencies fund in 2019. Do you know that the first amount of COVID money that we were able to support people with was from a year later was from that contingency.
Wow.
That is why we were able to give people benefits even before the United States.
That's true. In this case, the United States have given benefits before you. And if you're talking about the money that you gave to buy votes, that does not count. Everybody knows what that was. That was not you guys caring for the people. That was the election strategy. Like, what are we talking about? Anna Ramsey, what's up? Yo, these people are funny, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay? Because you have to remember, resources have to come from somewhere. Mm-hmm. COVID hit, revenues tanked, while expenses remained. Mm-hmm. Because we had this tucked away, and because the purpose of it was for emergency, we drew down from it. And the first bit of set cash and compassionate grant money of this contingency fund that we had put away in 2019, in March of 2019.
Let me just check something real quick. Shoot, man, come off of that. When did all right, so December of 2019 was when COVID officially hit. When was, hold on, what month was the 2020 election in Jamaica? Oh, what's that? That's that K. It should be a J. Okay, so it was Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. And that was 6 months before the election, I believe. Yes? All right. Oh shoot, I can't use the. All right, no problem. When did the government of Jamaica, now do some fact checking, people. When did the government of Jamaica issue financial aid in COVID pandemic? The government of Jamaica began issuing financial aid under C-19 allocations with applications opening April 9th, 2020. Payment successful applicants started as early as May 7th. Yo, I just wanted to double check. These people were lining the pockets of the electorate before the September 3rd election. This was vote buying. This was vote buying, in my opinion. That was not, oh, you know, we just care about the people of Jamaica. That was lining the pockets. Classic levels of vote buying. Yes, see that? 9th. As early as May 7th, 2020. Let me just zoom it up phone if you can't see it on the phone. Wanna see it? Yeah, I think you can see it. May 7th. See that? May 7th right there. April 9th. April 9th, 2020. So this is the money in this video.
Didn't know that COVID was coming. Drew down from it. And the first bit of set cash and compassionate grant money came from the proceeds of this contingency fund that we had put away in 2019, in March of 2019. Didn't know that COVID was coming. But again, principle. The principle is, just like Joseph in the Bible, save for a rainy day, fill up the barn in good times. Right? We, obviously, after spending it on that, we were...
Yo, he went biblical with it, you know? Man, these people are good, bro. That's all I know.
we're able to replenish it.
Yeah.
Right? So we have it back at that level.
Okay.
Right? Now, so that's it, the second layer. The other layer, we have what we call a credit contingent claim, which is a program with the Inter-American Development Bank that allows us to draw funds down in a natural disaster. Normally, you'd have to go through the loan agreement and due diligence and all kind of paperwork, and it takes months. What we've done is to do the paperwork up front, and they have the funds there. Within days of a natural disaster, we would get it. Okay.
Wait, what? You gotta roll that back and play that slow. Within what? Within days? Within what? Wait, we caught something here, ladies and gentlemen. The Lord is working. Wait a minute. Let's play that back.
Right? We obviously, after spending it on that, we were able to replenish it.
Yeah.
Right? So we have it back at that level.
Okay.
Right? Now, so that's it, the second layer. The other layer, we have what we call a credit contingent claim, which is a program with the Inter-American Development Bank that allows us to draw funds down in a natural disaster. Normally, you'd have to go through the loan agreement and due diligence and all kind of paperwork, and it takes months. What we have done is to do the paperwork up front, and they have the funds there. Within days of a natural disaster, we would get it. So that's it, the second layer. The other layer, we have what we call a credit contingent claim, which is
Jamaica credit contingent claim. Tell me about it. Jamaica credit contingent claim refers to a financial instrument with the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, that provides a large amount of pre-arranged credit, up to approximately 46 billion in Jamaica and available in the event of a severe natural disaster. This is a key component of the country's multi-layered disaster risk financial strategy, which also includes catastrophic bond and insurance. Okay, so 46 billion. All right, cool. Within days. Next thing is, has the government received Jamaica credit debt contingency claim after Hurricane Melissa? That's a question. Yes, the Jamaican government is set to receive payouts from various disaster risk financial instruments, including US one. They are set. And expanded Inter-American Development Bank contingent credit line following the impact. Let me ask the question another way. Has Jamaica received the IDB? Has Jamaica received credit line from the IDB after Hurricane Melissa? Let me just ask it that way. The government of Jamaica has access to an expanded pre-approved contingency credit line from the Inter-American Development Bank following Hurricane Melissa. The facility provides rapid access to up to 300 million US for emergency response and recovery efforts. The funds are part of Jamaica broader disaster financing strategy, which layered various financial instruments designed to provide immediate liquidity after a natural disaster. I want to know if they have gotten it or if they have used it. That's what I want to know. IDB ready to offer. I remember the article that said the IDB is ready to offer 300 million credit line. I don't know if Jamaica has taken that $300 credit line. So given the situation that we're in, I mean, moving with speed and efficiency, would be the best course of action. So, like what he said here.
And recovery strategy. And that will help us to ensure, we have mounted a very credible and strong preparation and recovery strategy. And that will help us to ensure that our citizens who may now be facing hardship, they can have confidence that the government will be able to reach them immediately after the storm is passed.
Irrefutable history.
Nobody can challenge that. I want you to explain something for me. Because
I just looked at the history. It's irrefutable. Dr. Omar Davis is the one that really started this insurance for disaster thing. And it stands and it's working today. The plans that he used years ago. There's no going around it. Irrefutable history. That's facts. So give Mr. Dr. Omar Davis the credit he deserves. Yes?
There is also a criticism of Nigel. Debt lack vital pause clause. What is that?
Well, people like Mia Motley, and that is why we always say Mia Motley is the leader of the Caribbean, because she brings that from the World Bank to put in a clause that says, if we have these natural disasters, because we are prone to these natural disasters, there should be a freeze on payments until we get back on our feet. Jamaica never put that in.
And that was...
No, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Miss Mia Motley, we might not agree on everything, but ma'am, I genuinely have a love and respect for you. Genuinely. I don't agree with everything, but trust me, there's a lot of stuff you talk about. There's a lot of practical things that you say, and I'm just like, that makes sense. You cannot argue facts, bro. That is solid. That is a solid argument, bro. You have to do something for the country, brother. Pause the payment then, bro. Give us a year, goddammit. Give us a year. And no, and we don't want to hear about any, because they gave us a year. The premium went up in terms of how much more you would get. No. Listen, no. This is a natural disaster. Give us a break. Give us a break. All right?
Done in 2023 at COP28.
Yeah, man.
So why didn't Jamaica take up on that?
Well, you know how them money move. Them money kind of afraid of the international system, And like me and Matley and them people who take on the international system and challenge them. Them money just do what the international system tell them to do.
Puppets.
That is why when Peter Bliss there negotiate the primary surplus, them that them say just sign. No matter yes man will just follow, and them follow even to. So for example, may I show you something? And we challenge any of the JLP trolls or anybody to check it. Week before the election, the hurricane, S&P, who represent the creditors, so when people know the rating agencies, them represent the creditors. When they tell the credit, and Fitch and Moody's, when they report, they issue a report to tell them about Jamaica's status. The week before the hurricane, the man them say, we not pay down the debt fast. Even the banking sector get vulnerable because the economy grow too slow, and we have the lowest per capita GDP in the Caribbean apart from Haiti. You follow me? So the same money wouldn't try to impress and say, we don't do this thing too faithfully at the expense of the standard of the people, and we don't have more time to pay the debt down to 60%. Why not doing this?
Somebody's asking, Colin, is there a deductible associated with the cat bond?
No. So the rate of interest is 7.19%. That's a premium. So that's about $10.7 million US per annum. So the net amount that they will get is somewhere in the region of 119, 120 million.
Oh, so we're not going to get 150 million?
No, because remember you pay those premiums, so you have to subtract that to get the net amount that you get.
And we used to pay what, $10.7 million a year?
Yeah, man.
Now, Raleigh, I hear Dana Dixon spoke about it not going to take, we can't take years to rebuild. Can we rebuild in a year?
I'm not understand that, man. I don't understand, man. Well, not way out of your league, man. I rubbish at that. This is a multi-year project. Ask anybody. Ask the Moody's man, them ask the S&T man, them ask me. It's a multi-year project.
Not going to take 1 or 2
5
years.
to 10 years. Nah, man.
You know, so something is very wrong with that lady. Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. Why should I have one doctor in front of her name? And I said stuff like that. Like, common sense tells us that the country is going to take multiple amount of years to rebuild. If you're wishing for them to do it faster, it's wishful thinking, we get it. But you can't just say stuff like that.
5 to 10 years at least.
To get back.
And it depends on how they see it. Because if they continue with the divisive nonsense, it'll take 15 to 20 years if they not bring everybody, because them alone can't manage it. I know we don't hear a word from the finance minister. The finance minister are missing in action for the whole 15 days since the hurricane. Despite all of the press conferences where they have with the various ministers, the finance minister, the key minister, I know we don't hear a word from the finance minister. What is it that she's discussing with the IMF? What is it that she's discussing with the World Bank? What is it that she's discussing with the local banking sector? Because all of the business then need affordable credit right now. We don't get them from the finance minister. We don't get them from the finance minister in terms of how the dollar slide, what's the plan to do about it and all of them something. What kind of discussion she's having with the central bank and all of them things. So all those things create greater uncertainty and make people uncertain as to the way forward.
The government starts spending the money yet from the hurricane rally on the recovery?
Not that I know. That I said, and the finance minister would give us all of those details, and in absence of Ian Cameron, we don't know what is happening. So everybody in limbo. So although we know that we need to move everybody in limbo because they're not here from the minister in charge of the economy.
So we know that money is coming in. In fact, ODPM yesterday said that they have raised over $400 million. And we know other little money that the government have, what they had in the budget for these kind of eventuality. But we don't know if they spend a dollar thus far.
No, and the finance minister would give us that detail. She never come and do some preliminary thing and say, well, you know, I have a discussion with the Jamaica Bankers Association. This is what we're discussing with the IMF. This is what we're discussing with the IDB. This is what we're discussing with the World Bank. Nothing.
No, Raleigh, the banks. Let's look at the banks. People are struggling to get cash from the ATMs. There were some standards that was to be put in place.
Probox. Miss Probox. Like the man said, I mean, I don't get it, you know. You are one of the most important persons in Jamaica right now that we need to hear from. From the day that this hurricane hit Jamaica, our economy was affected. It's now, what, almost 15 days since it left? And if we were to date it back, today is the what? Today is the what? The 12th? All right, so 15 days ago, the hurricane hit. From that day until now, the economy has taken a hit. Tourists are not trying to come to Jamaica. If they're trying to come here, is to report the disaster that is happening. They're not coming to vacate. The influx of flight that have come in is to bring aid. So the economy has taken a severe hit. You're talking about the bread basket of Jamaica. You're talking about the agricultural sector. You're talking about exports. I mean, you're talking about food prices going through the roof. People clenching their pockets, choosing whether to eat or to drink or pay their because their pay did not go up. As a matter of fact, this government decided that the teachers would get 0% in the first year, and they have continued to maintain their 200 to 300%. Is anybody going to call out the government and ask them if they're going to drop their salary significantly in this time? As I'm talking about every last one of them. United effort, forget about it. If that is something that the government cannot agree on, anybody that disagrees, we need to know who they are. Political suicide. You understand? Yeah, that's what that should be. Never vote for that person again. All right? And I don't think that 40% of their salary is too much. They have gotten 200 to 300% increase. I do not believe that 40% of their salary is too much. Andrew alone figure at least 60% of his salary. Because he told us, hey, I don't even need it. And I'm sure Mark Golden don't have a problem with giving 60% of his salary, as long as it's going into what it's supposed to go into. Helping the people of Jamaica. Yes? So Favor, boy, I don't even like talking about Favor. It's like Favor rubbed me the wrong way and then me feel sorry for her the next second. When it comes to Favor, my mother is bipolar. When she stand up in Parliament and act like a clown, I go off. Because I know, like, why are you letting these people put you up to this? Favor, this is not you. We can tell that this is not you. This is not who you are. Who you are is the individual that speaks properly and communicates with opposition in a respectful way. You let the lab rats them that you decided to be a part of trying to turn you into a monster. But the fact that you are entertaining it and making yourself, trying to make yourself into a monster when you are not, now you become a clown because you're being used, you're a puppet. So I feel sorry for Favor, like, you know, just off that alone, I feel really sorry for her. That's just my opinion. So, you know, that's why I don't really, you know, but you have some others now, like I'm just so happy when Juliet Cuthbert is quiet in Parliament. We don't need to hear anything from her. I mean, I don't know what value she's gonna bring anyway. Warmington too, like, just could you just sit down, honestly? And Warmington more sensible, but him just is a pestilence. You know what I mean? Warmington actually more sensible, but him is a pestilence, right? A one and two people in over that side, like everybody with up on the PNP side right now, I'm proud to see them. I'm confident to see them actually put up a proper presentation in Parliament. Credible presentation, one that makes sense. It doesn't matter what area of governance. I'm confident the bright people them get it. But the people, I'm gonna have to cut this one short. I'm encouraging you guys to go over to Colin Bell Show and check out the rest of this video. A lot was discussed when it comes to our finances. Who knows? I might get up early in the morning, if all goes well, to continue in this, because I think it's very important. I might do a video. No, I don't have any current yet. People pray for current come back, because when the current come back, I can increase in my productivity. I am being bounded by data issues and also current issues. And trust me, I'm doing the very best I can. There's certain hours that I don't want to go live, but I am forced to. You know what I mean? I much rather be recording some videos to put out in the morning while watching one of my favorite content creators on another device. You understand? That's how I do it sometimes, around 7 to 11. You know, you have Will Rattigan, you have Andre, you have Mr. Wayne Lonesome, you have Talking My TV, you have Make We Talk with Tavares, you have Auntie Jenny. You have a lot of different people. And then you have Mystic Sensation too. You have a lot of them that put out content around that time, and sometimes I put out content at the same time, don't get me wrong, because there's only 24 hours in the day and you have to use up the day as you can. But yeah, man, I like to listen to these people because they have been in it longer than I have. They understand certain things and they impart that knowledge, and I want to increase in my knowledge. Just like I'm listening to Rastenheimer a while ago, and you see me guys going and doing the research right away, finding the document, the one that he was talking about for 2004. Alright, see it here right here, so this is it. 2005, see that? This was initiated 2004 and 2005, see that? Done. So we learn, and them can't trick you when you read. Stay in study. People, that is it. Look, come over here. Mosquito kill mummy. Good night. Mosquito, boy.